Thank you, Most High, for letting us see another day. Thank you for letting us get an opportunity to see how it is 6 months after we manifested with Pluto. The changes in the last 6 months are breathtaking, and we need to all give praises to the Most High to be able to see and understand what we are seeing. It is a beautiful time to be alive, but it's even more beautiful to have understanding given to us by the Holy Spirit. Thank you to everyone that is here. Thank you to all the moderators that are here. Much love, much respect to everyone that is here. To my Hebrew Israelite family, as well as to the ones that are cleaving to us, we welcome you and we thank you for being here, and we thank you for supporting the Most High's people. I'm going to play a little bit of a Big Dog right now, getting people come on in. 6 months, and look at what's happened from January 10th to June 10th. This one, I'm going to show you a video on the freeway out here. I live in the Inland Empire out here in Southern California. There was a military convoy on the freeway this morning. A military convoy on the freeway this morning. Everything is falling apart. I'll show you guys a little bit of the clip of that this morning. Just thanking the Most High for understanding and for being here, and the Most High blessing us and blessing us to see these are the things that our ancestors wished for. They wished for someone in our family, in our group, to be able to stand up and bring out this truth. See what I'm saying? Someone to be able to stand up in front of these other nations and tell this truth and have their mouths shut while it's going on. So I'm gonna play a little Big Dog right now. I'm gonna get into this some. Planet of magic and power.
busted out for patience, cooking pizza, having aprons. Angelic in my cadence, these calls for separation. Sounding like moving blatant, where from God been waiting. Initiating stations, pyramids, rising vibrations. Open up your heart to my Lord right now. Call late, time to bring my crown. Don't believe this water, non-believers must drown. Don't need a Billy.
Exactly. Tell them to prove us wrong on anything before y'all get started. All you trolls get started.
Everything you owe us, you must bring us down. Our DNA can't create a race. White Jesus, we replace. Wet feet can't eat a steak. My people, hey.
Right, DJ Grant? We're going to do that, definitely.
Aboriginals, Swedish royalty, celestial.
All praises to the Most High. Thank Him. I'm thanking my mother, the Holy Spirit. Thank you so much for bringing us to this point at this time. Because we are now seeing the manifestation of our prayers, the manifestation that we pushed with Pluto, the things that they were able to do against us. And they still try with people trying to come in here. Don't look at the planets. Don't pray to the planets. Nobody's praying to planets. We're using the planets to manifest. And if you can't see the fruits of our labor, then I don't know what to tell you. Because we asked to be the head. And damn it, that's exactly what we are right now. We asked for you to be the tail. And damn it, if you're not the tail now, I don't know what to tell you. If you can't see it, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? We've been coming out here every day for the last week and a half. Y'all ain't come in here and prove nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. All you're resulting is trolls coming in here with random posts. That's all you guys are. That's all that you guys have been reduced to. and going after each other. Like I've been telling you, this is white on white crime, white on white battles, white on white destruction. You guys are so simple that you think it's about your skin color when it's not. I got a picture to show you that shows you that white on white crime doesn't have to do with your skin color. It has to do with your allegiance. Your allegiance was to the colonizers. So now you and the colonizers gotta pay. Look at this clown. I'm gonna read it to you guys right now. Just take a real good look. Old boy ain't white. But look at what he got. It says, this is from Yeni React, okay? Latinos for Trump leader Hector Luis Valdez Cocho, a Cuban activist who rallied others to vote for Trump, was picked up by ICE and is in a detention center waiting to be deported. Take a look at him. That's no white boy right there. But old boy was definitely voting for Trump, pushing for Trump. And what did he get? He got them prizes. He FAFO'd big time. Oh, you thought, see, this is showing you right now that they don't have power anymore. These lands are not theirs. These lands, first, are the Most High's. Then he gave those to us. And anybody that was voting in these elections, you pledged allegiance to the colonizers. You pledged allegiance to the white man. Either side, if you voted for Kamala or Trump, you gave your power away to these clowns. Once you did that, you have now opened yourself up to be kicked up out of here. And really, there's not much you can say. You guys can go out, you can loot, you can riot, whatever else, but you're still going to get taken up out of here because you've already given your sovereignty to the Edomites, to the colonizers. This is Psalms 83. That's what you are part of. And like I said in my video, I just put up a little bit later on. Hey, it's funny how they didn't want to let that video, the last one I posted from TikTok that I put here, they didn't want that one to get out at all. They didn't want to let that get out whatsoever. You know, I said, because, you know, when you make these kinds of decisions, you voted for, this is exactly what you voted for. Oh, I didn't vote for this. No, you're right. You didn't vote for your people to have to suffer the consequences. You voted for us to have to suffer the consequences. That's what you've always voted for. For, hey, I'm going to vote. This vote better not affect me. Hey, I'm part of Psalms 83. So when I vote, this vote had better not affect me. I'm white. I'm moving up in this society. I'm white. This vote I'm casting right now had better only affect these Negroes over here. That's exactly what, when they say I didn't vote for this, that's really what they're meaning. They know someone's got to pay for all this mess is here, so it better be them black people. But now, lo and behold, it's you having to pay. And now this is not what I voted for. Yeah, so long as the government was coming after us and trying to destroy us, you didn't care. And see, y'all still pushing that BS about us coming over on slave ships. The only reason you guys keep pushing that is so that the Mexicans and the Indians can all still act like they were already here, and they can put posts up like, we were here, Mexicans were here before the United States was even thought of. No, because Mexico was only a country since 1824. 1824. Who was there before Columbus got here? Your Mexican president told you that it was so-called black people that were here, not you. That's why you still got to keep pushing the whole African American. If we were from Africa, why don't you send us back? Right, Larry Dean, I voted for my couch too. Let's see, hold on first. Okay, hold on. Got a couple things I want to share. So, like I said, these people know. You're not going to keep pushing the whole, oh, we all came over from Africa, blah, blah, blah. That stuff ain't going to fly no more. So I guess there was something on CNN, Fair Use. I'm going to play a little clip of it. But it's like the Latina who's always on there, and she's trying to talk about, she got into an argument with one of the black dudes that was there. And she tries to go into like, well, you know, about her people. The Latinos are being, I'm going to play it. They're being singled out, you know, they're being profiled. And I'm like, you don't do it. Don't even try to compare what's going on with you Latinos right now to what happened with black people. Because you're going to have to deal with this for 500 plus years before you can even say, oh, I understand now what you're saying. Y'all trying to say, oh, I understand what you black people are going on after 100 days? You really think you understood what we went through after 100 days? Really, since last week in LA? You know, you see, after one weekend, you now know what it was like to be black? See, if it was only Latinos and everybody else that was going against you, okay, for 500 years, then you would know. But you still have absolutely no clue. I'm going to play a little bit because y'all had to go to a commercial because they got so heated. Fair Use. Hold on, it's loading up a little slow here. Okay. It says chaos breaks out after Ana Navarro tries to compare illegals to slaves. It got so bad that they had to cut the commercial.
Have unlimited resources.
I think a lot of Americans
take care of other people.
There's a hell of a lot of
Hold
people
on,
other than
guys.
the black
First,
people who were brought here as slaves who came to this country illegally.
They're
A
not
lot
the
of
same as
different-
black people who were brought here against
That's
our will.
exactly what I
They
just said.
decide
I
to
said
walk
there is
their
a
butts
lot
across
of
the
people
border.
other
There's a
than
big
the
difference.
black
There is a
people.
big
That's
difference.
exactly what
There's
I
a
just
big
said.
difference.
That's exactly what I just said, Sir Michael.
and
One can act indignant. That's
Okay.
exactly what
It's
I
not
just
about
said.
acting
Yes, it is.
let me
You just heard me
share
say
Michael.
other than the black
Anna
people
and share Michael.
as slaves, there are a lot of people from
Share
many,
Michael. I
many
think you
countries
actually
that came
misheard
here
what she.
illegally.
I think you misheard what she said.
No, he purposely misheard it.
She said.
I purposely
She
Yes,
said.
you did.
So now you're in my
Share
brain.
Michael. Listen to me for
Is
just a second.
that where we're going?
You
Share
think
Michael.
I would
Listen to me
say,
for a
I who
second.
have advocated
Anna,
for black
please
people
stop.
my entire life would
Anna,
say something like that?
Anna,
It'd be
please.
Because
damn
you've
right.
advocated for black
Anna,
people,
please
great.
stop.
Congratulations. Last time I checked, I'm black. You're not.
Okay, share Michael.
That's right. I'm Latino, and my people are being racially
It is-
profiled.
it is-
And do I have to remind you the history of my people?
Share
Do
my-
I
I
want
have
to
to
go there?
know. I don't.
Do you really
Okay.
want to go there?
I
and
actually
know
know the
how?
history.
Raul,
of
we're gonna go to
you know
break.
why?
Raul
Because
Reyes, thank you very much for
history-
joining us. Everybody else, hang tight.
History was not
We'll be
the
right back,
case
please.
when I was studying history. Like,
We are always a hot topic. That's exactly it. We are always the hot topic. Like, you guys are always trying to connect yourselves with something, somehow with us black people. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, my people are being profiled. You guys, we've been profiled for hundreds of years, and you stayed quiet. You guys stayed quiet. In fact, you just said, don't even associate with those black people. Y'all keep saying, remember in the 1950s, your boy was saying, the black people's fight is not our fight. The black man's fight is not our fight. Y'all want, hey, they got their problems, we got our problems. We're gonna concentrate on our problems and screw you black people. Remember that? Or, hey, we know the black people aren't getting their just due with, you know, what's due to them in the Constitution or here in the society, but we don't care. I'm racist against the Negroes, and I don't care if I don't think they should get what I get as a Latino. Remember, this is what your people were saying. So now all of a sudden that you're going through a weekend of some, you know, some harsh treatment a little bit, all of a sudden now you know what it's like to be us. and talk about being brought over here. We were already here. That's what makes it worse. Because we were already here and you guys already knew that you were stealing our lands, our identities, and everything else. Talk about we're being profiled. Look, you made that deal. That's the deal you made. Your ancestors made. I didn't make that deal. I didn't even get that opportunity. Your people got that opportunity to be still lower class citizens to the so-called white man. And so therefore you agreed to be profiled at times. You did not agree to have, equal protections under the law. Y'all knew you were not going to get that. So talking about how you're being profiled, you're still here while we're still down here. So it's not going to work. It is not going to work. Great senior sister Didia. You guys agreed. So don't try to bring that BS over here about you guys are being, everything that you're getting, your forefathers agreed to. You agreed to be white, okay? You agreed to that. So therefore, when you complain about they're ripping our families apart, you agreed to that. They're taking our, they're splitting up families. You agreed to that. They are profiling us. You agreed to that. You agreed to that. That is what your forefathers agreed to. So make sure when you talk about all the things that your people are going through, make sure you also say, but our forefathers agreed to this treatment. Because we did not agree to this. Remember, so-called Negroes were considered 3/5 of a man. We were considered animals, and we were also considered, we were not allowed to join your churches, and we were not allowed to actually be a full participants in your society. And all of you agreed with the churches and with Spain with that. Now, the ones that have the most I gave the spirit to walk away and get out of that, that's cool. That's great. Then you are with us. You are with us. I don't know if you're an Israelite. I don't know if you're just cleaving. That is not for me. I don't care. Then that is up to you guys. That's between you and the Most High. But the rest of you who have been racist, you are allowed to do that. You agreed to that too. You agreed to be racist to us or against us. Understand that. Okay? So I'm gonna play this other clip of this Latina who, talks about the racism and in her group in the Latino community, which, her situation is exactly the same as my wife's. Okay? So, to be with a black dude, you're gonna have to deal with a bunch of shit. And that's what she did. Okay? So let me find it real quick. But she exposes the fact that a lot of the older men are hella racist. But it's not just the older men in the Latin community. It's also the women. Okay? Because they know the deal. The older ones know the deal that they made. So they're like, this is our heaven. This is our time to enjoy this heaven. So when they see their children going with black guys or black women, then they realize, like, look, we fought for us to be on top at this time. We're gonna have a time at going to the bottom. So right now we need to enjoy being on top because it's not gonna last forever. Okay? Now some, like I said, some have that spirit, they've already probably been with us. So we are reborn and we find each other. Most High makes them and then they find each other. That's how it is. Okay?
Let me tell you something. I was talking to my dad the other day. My husband is black, right? I'm Mexican. I was born in Mexico. 100% Mexican. There is so much freaking racism in the Mexican community. It's ridiculous. I was talking to my dad about when me and Eric first started dating. Eric's my husband. We would go to Walmart or whatever, and we would get stared at. I would get stared at. I guess Eric too, but they were like looking at me. These older Hispanic men were looking at me, and I could feel them like staring a hole into my soul, because they would see me with my husband. And I'm like, bro, first of all, I'm the one that's with him, and it's not you, like, the book. But second of all, it would bother me so much. It would bother me so much, but now I'm just like, I don't really care. Like, they can stare, I don't really notice it anyway. But it was the older Hispanic men, and they would give you like this look, like really like you're marrying outside of your culture. But girl, I'm not saying all Mexicans are like this, but a lot of them are machistas as heck, and I ain't about to deal with all that. And now we have a child, he's 3, and we're about to start trying for a second one. My husband doesn't, no me exige, like, to how to say exige? He doesn't expect, I guess, for me to have like dinner.
Okay, so, but the point is, the older generation was very racist. The older generation was very racist. But why? See, this is the problem with the younger generation. You guys don't understand. Did you ever ask your older generation, why are you racist against black people? What did they do to you? I thought we go to church and God loves everybody. Why are you like that? See, this is the history that they don't teach you guys. The reason why they're racist like that is because they made a covenant with the white man. They made a covenant that they get their heaven now. They made a covenant that you have to hate black people. That is the issue. It's like I showed you guys yesterday. This dude right here, I'm going to read it. A couple of them. We are not and have never been a civil rights organization. Personally, I hate the word. Hector Garcia, founder of the American GI Forum. Now remember, we went to war. We fought in your wars. We came back. And did we get all of these perks? Did we get to go take advantage of the GI Bill? No, we didn't get a chance to any of that. Did the Latinos fight for us? Hell no. Did they get some of them? I'm sure they did. This guy, the Felix Tijerina, this clown right here. Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him. Felix Tijerina, Mexican-American president of LULAC, 1956-1960. These people are going to be what? 65? 65? Not even that old. So now if Hector here, or Felix here, has a child, maybe that child's 24, 25, 26, 30 years old. This is why these people are prejudiced when their children go and hook up with a black person, because this is how they think. This is how the older ones think. Okay? Like, I saw this stuff growing up, so I was like, and I'll always like wonder, what the fuck? Why are you like, we're both in the ghetto, we're both in a bad situation. Why are you like being racist against myself? But then go to church on Sunday and talk about how God loves everybody. Doesn't make any sense. And again, it's not all of them. I said, but hey, some of them are good at hiding it too, though. Right? The next one, this dude. Latin Americans of Mexican descent belong to the Caucasian race and are therefore white. You say that only because you made a deal. You are white. So therefore, I don't want to hear shit about I'm being profiled. You're white. So it's white on white. White people are now profiling other white people. You never told your children that you made this covenant with the white man. I didn't know. Now I know. Right, D'Angelo Evans, they're finding out the white card had an expiration date for all of you. And you can be black, just like that dude from Cuba. You can be dark. and still be white. So it's not about that. You all took the bait, and you guys all took, you know, pretty much the deal to be prejudiced against the Most High's chosen people. Now, if you're not, then cool, you're with us. If you haven't been racist towards us, see, this is a beautiful thing. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. You know who it matters to? My power. Because he knows what you've really been doing. I don't gotta sit here and fight and argue and, you know, oh man, I love you guys. I'm down with you guys. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see what the Most High does. Because the Most High, if it doesn't work out for you, well, the Most High knows your heart. All right? This dude, I'm gonna be using this a lot because I don't want to hear crap about, oh, they're profiling us. You chose that. You chose that. Your forefathers chose this for you. He voted for that. Your forefathers voted for that. So that at the end here, you can be treated like a nigga now. Because they all knew, that's why they were so upset when you were dating that black guy. Because they knew, like, look, this is our time. This is our time right now. But you're gonna go with that black guy and you're gonna, you know, be with him, and, you know, if he's one of those Israelites, if he's one of those chosen people, you know, you're gonna end up, you know, being blessed by blessing this man and taking care of him and doing things for him. No, you should be over here with me, taking care of me, so that we can all go into torments together. We need to go. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. So they don't want to lose any of you. They want all of you going into torments with them. Well, and again, that's the white way of thinking. Not everybody thinks that way. The vast majority of you do. And you know, the vast majority of you do think that way. But see, that's how you guys try to fight. Oh, well, not everybody. No one ever said it was everybody. But have you stood up for the Most High's people? Right, Doyle Harper, I'm sure just about everybody's had to go through those circumstances because the vast majority of this society thinks that way. They have to. Because if they didn't think that way and didn't treat us that way, they would not get the white treatment. So this guy, like I said, we're going to use these ones a lot. I'm sure we can find more. I know Negroes aren't getting the full share of democracy. Okay, but frankly, I'm prejudiced against Negroes. And I do not believe that they are entitled to everything that we get. There you go. So these are people in high-ranking positions that are pushing this doctrine in the 50s and the 60s. But you sure did take all of the perks and the benefits of our people fighting, though, and the civil rights movement. You sure took all those benefits, though, while your people did nothing to earn them. And see, this is all working right now because of us doing this, working with Pluto. Now, this dude played this video this morning, and it was a good video because, like, it's this law enforcement dude. Hold on, I can't find the actual video. I would have played it, but I'm gonna go this route. Anton Daniels, same thing. It's a fair use.
You guys are living under a rock.
Now, even this guy, look, you got to understand, because he's law enforcement. You law enforcement guys, y'all funny because y'all want to sit here and portray yourselves as these godly people who did, like, you know, all our country and we do the right thing and we follow the rules and blah, 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 blah. The rules change. So he's going to say, well, before you guys say anything about me, I came here, my parents came here the right way. That is very subjective. That your parents came here the right way at that time. They came here the white way at the right time. Okay, so when they let you come over, because he talks about how his parents were hardworking and they were out in the fields. So I guess he's implying that his parents came here the right way by, I don't know, working hard in the fields, and they came here the right way. Now, my forefathers worked in the fields for free for hundreds of years. Okay? And they didn't get shit for it. Your parents came here, and within one generation, I'm gonna guess, they probably bought some property, or you went to school for free. You were able to go and get whatever education you got. You were able to go and get into a, become a police officer or work for ICE and whatever else. And you were able to make all this money within one generation. So then you can look back at your parents and say, well, my parents came here the right way. Okay, this is what you gotta be really, really, really careful, because within one generation, those parents are probably still alive. You're able to ascend up here in this society. We worked hundreds of years, and all those benefits you got, we got taken from us and didn't get for hundreds of years. And then here at the end, they gave it to you. And now you're acting like you're so godly, and you did things the right way. Your parents took benefits that were promised to us, and they gave them to you. Was that the right way or the white way? I'm gonna let you know, that's the white way. The white way was to go ahead and get all these benefits that were never supposed to be given to you, and then hate the black man. And is the land of immigrants? No, it's not. It's a land of the Israelites that was given to us that you had for a temporary amount of time. That's it. So you got it the white way. You got it by turning your back on the so-called black people. That's it. And you stole our benefits. That's it. So, because y'all's gonna say, oh, you guys are just lazy. Look, we came here. How many times have we heard that? You guys are lazy. Look, we came here in one generation and we were able to build up all this. Yeah. Did you know about FHA loans? Did you know about the school system? Did you know about them going targeting us? There you go. So again, you got it the white way. Say it right next time. Don't say the right way. You got it the white way. So let me play this guy who's talking right now. Sounds good on the outside, but this is such a beautiful thing. That's why the Most High has blessed us with this knowledge and understanding, so that we can destroy anything that you say at any time. Like all of a sudden they're talking about, oh, the military, they're calling out the military. I was like, they called the military against us and Black Wall Street, which y'all hid for 70 years. Remember that? Of course you don't, because y'all work together to hide shit.
I already know what's going on in LA with the ICE raids and everything.
Fair
I know
use.
there's a lot of mixed feelings out there, and trust me,
Fair use.
this is from someone that came from an immigrant family, a Mexican immigrant family, right? So I feel I have a unique perspective because I worked at ICE detention facilities for over 8 years, because I was, law enforcement with the U.S. Marshals, so I got to see a little bit of what happened in the background. I had a lot of friends also that are ICE agents, right? That are ERO ICE agents, Enforcement Removal Operation ICE agents. What I can tell you is this: these agents are out there doing their job, okay? Whether you agree with it or not, whether you agree with the laws, with the immigration laws of this country or not, they're laws. These federal agents, these ICE agent, ERO, fucking HSI, Marshals, whoever, DEA, all the FBI, everyone's out there helping the Department of Homeland Security right now. These guys are doing their job, right? They're enforcing the laws that certain politicians, certain sanctuary cities, sanctuary states in our case, failed to enforce. They failed to enforce these laws, and they got out of control, and now this is what's happening. I'm sure some of those people are hard.
Now again, y'all fail to, this is the whole thing. At certain times, these people don't enforce laws. And that's how you can come here illegally and be called legal for a time, because the colonizers pick and choose when they want to enforce laws. That is it. We were not supposed to have been, since the 13th and 14th Amendment, they were not supposed to be like being prejudiced against us buying homes, but they didn't enforce any of those laws. We were supposed to have been treated as equal people, equally. They didn't enforce those laws. So again, you guys are picking and choosing when you guys want to enforce laws.
Working people, you know, that I understand they have families, they have kids, you know, people of good, people that mean well. But if they're here in the country illegally, it's illegal. It's in the word, right? And before I hear anyone say anything about me being a hypocrite because I'm Mexican, right? Let me remind everyone that my family came here the legal way. My grandparents, which were fucking busted their ass working in the fields, picking crops.
Hold on.
Came here, everyone, that my family came here the legal way. My grandparents, which were fucking busted their ass working in the fields, picking crops, came here the legal way. It's hard for me to understand how people can be so outraged when they're held accountable, right? They're being arrested, they're being deported because they're here illegally, because they overstayed their visas or they came here into the country illegally, and they're still fucking getting mad.
Which is so weird.
So right there, my grandparents came here, so okay, and they busted their ass. My ancestors have busted their ass for 500 plus years and gotten shit for it. But your grandparents got here, and within one generation, you're now in law enforcement, making great money and everything else. So again, just because they bust their ass doesn't mean that ours hasn't. Ours have been busting their ass this whole time, and then laws have been set up, which this guy enforces, to keep our people down. Exactly, buying all the homes in the neighborhood. They're probably able to take, buy some homes during the FHA times, buy homes cheap, keep that shit in the family, and everything else. You see how ridiculous? Like I said, you guys gotta be very careful, because it's the same as slavery. Oh, really? Really? Y'all got here and you're able to build up within one generation, and you go into school and get all these things. Look, they can change those laws anytime they want also, because they don't work for you. This country is not yours. Rent them out and live in one. I know plenty of Latinos that have like multiple houses, have all this money. I used to always wonder, like, how in the hell, what in the hell, how is that possible? Because again, yeah, you guys work hard, but so did we. And that's what the thing, you guys just ignore the fact that our people have worked longer than any of you people that are here. Our people have worked longer and harder and gotten shit for it. I'm gonna fast forward. I don't want to hear it.
To me, because different. They really held accountable for you down the street. We don't culture. What did you expect from town? Well,
all the fucking everything that's going on the freeways. I saw some videos with the highway patrol vehicles getting smashed with rocks, people throwing shit at ICE agents. I saw a U.S. Marshals bus getting fucking blocked, getting attacked. What's the deal with that? Everyone's waving their Mexican flag. Everyone's so outraged, right? Not understanding that they're impeding the fucking traffic. They're impeding the freeway. People are going to work. People, are going to the hospital, to fucking doctor's appointments. Women are on their way to the fucking hospital to give birth. People are on fucking ambulances with a heart attack, and you guys are blocking the fucking road.
They don't care about that. They don't care. Nobody cares.
That is not fucking protesting. Blocking the road and interrupting everyone else's fucking life is not protesting. And it's fucking shitty, because all I see, the majority of the flags that I see being flown are Mexican flags. And it's fucked up, and it's shitty because I don't associate myself with fucking lawlessness. But anyway, you got the LA
Don't
mayor.
associate myself with lawlessness. Yes, you do, bro. You associate yourself with a system that has been lawless against our people. You don't associate yourself with a group of people. I guess it's funny. Y'all cover for each other and everything else. I said there was plenty of laws that were set up to benefit our people, and you guys all turned your backs on them, and you took the benefit yourself, so therefore you do support lawlessness. That money that you guys got when you guys came over here, and when your grandparents and your parents were getting benefits, that were promised to us, and you got it, that's lawlessness. That's lawlessness. So please don't try to be all righteous and high and mighty, bro. I said, because there's a lot of lawlessness that goes from Psalms 83 all coming together against our people. I don't associate with lawlessness.
You have the Governor Newsom saying that it's Trump's fault, that it's ICE agents' fault, as if these people weren't here illegally in the country. It's almost like we've dealt with it for so long, and it's been part of our culture, and it's been, especially here in California, right? Sanctuary, and then fucking New York and other shithole places like that that have sanctuary states and cities. But it's almost like we've lived like this for so long that it's become normal. That now when people are fucking now when there's a government that's trying to enforce laws, rules, and regulations and holding people accountable, now it's outrage. Separating families.
And that's funny, talking about holding people accountable. The Most High is now holding all of you accountable. And you're crying. Why are y'all crying? The Most High is he's going to hold everyone accountable. Everyone is going to have to pay for how they treated the Most High's chosen people. You trying to all of a sudden now look at our plight and compare it to your plight because you had a bad weekend. When you guys have been working together against us this whole time. And it's exactly it. You guys, warning comes before destruction. And that's exactly what you guys are getting. You're getting your warning from us before destruction. We're telling you about how all of these programs that you guys have been since the 60s, I'm just talking about from the 50s and 60s, that you guys have been taken advantage of. And in watching how we didn't get it, but then not caring about it. This is now our people are being used to bring out this information that your people never would. Your people will never tell the truth about how you're vassals to the white man and blassels, and that you do everything that that they tell you to do, and that you get perks for screwing our people over.
People talk about it like it's something out of this world. Like if I get arrested, I'm not going to get separated from my family, right? If I go rob a fucking bank, I don't think people are going to be saying, oh, pobrecito Angel, he got separated from his family.
Right. Thank you. People.
You get fucking arrested, you get separated from the family. You came in here to the country illegally, you broke the law, your ass is going to get deported, separated from the family. Why is it hard for people to understand that there's consequences to the shit that we do? Like, I get it, it's fucking shitty. But hey,
and that's exactly it. Just remember these words, because like when you're hearing people saying certain things, just remember the Most High is listening, and he's going to now make you eat those words, because there's consequences to your actions. So trust me, you police officers, if you guys have been racist to black people and been doing, illegal things, covering things up for each other, you're going to have to pay for that. There's consequences to your actions. Just remember that. There's consequences for everyone's actions. That is what we have been paying for. The consequences of our forefathers' actions. Now you're going to have to pay for the consequences of your forefathers' actions. You don't get to screw our people over and then think because you die that nobody's going to have to pay. Oh, sure. Man, I died. Thank God that I died so I'd have to pay for all the people I screwed over in my life. No, those people are waiting for you. They're waiting for you. Don't worry. And you're going to come back and you're going to pay some more.
It's a risk that you're willing to take, obviously. And then when you get caught up, how can you get upset? How can we possibly get upset if you know these are the consequences? And then these people are throwing things at the fucking federal agents, at the law enforcement, at the cops. They're throwing rocks. What's gonna happen when one of these fucking guys is able to articulate that they feared for their life and they fucking shoot someone? Then what's gonna happen? Imagine the fucking
see, all you got to do, old boy just let it out right there. I didn't even hear that before. All you got to do is just articulate that I feared for my life. That's all you got to say, and then that's going to get you off. I just got to articulate that I fear for my life, and I'm going to get off. How long have y'all been doing that shit? How long y'all been saying, oh, fuck. Hey, I fear for my life. That was it. I shot him. I thought he had a gun. I fear for my life. And y'all were able to get off of that. How long have you all been able to do that? Exactly. They're taught that. Exactly. I made a mistake. Shoot. Damn, he didn't have a weapon. Here, I fear for my life. That was it. So I can kill whoever I want. I fear for my life. Just remember, you got to pay for those actions. Playing dumb. How long before he just articulates that, and hey, because that's been your get out of jail free card. Not no more. That ain't gonna work no more. I'm gonna play it again.
Rocks. What's gonna happen when one of these fucking guys is able to articulate that they feared for their life and they fucking shoot someone? Then what's gonna happen? Imagine the fucking chaos then, the outrage then, right? I can already see it. ICE agent shoots unarmed man in a peaceful protest. I can already fucking see it. I can already see it. And it's a matter of time till it happens. What do you think is gonna happen when you have fucking people throwing fireworks, throwing rocks, throwing all kinds of shit to these federal rangers? What do you think they're gonna do? These people have families as well. What do you think is gonna happen?
So that's the same on BS. Well, they have families too. They got to go home to them. So make sure that we just, hey, I'm going to go home. You're not. I fear for my life. That's all right. Most High's got you, because the Most High sees what you have done behind closed doors. So you can come out in public and portray yourself, clean cut, whatever, good looking guy. Oh yeah, we never lie. We always tell when we mess up or someone messes up. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll see, bro. We're gonna see. Because the Most High sees everything behind those closed doors. Exactly. We can never fear for our lives, right? We can never use the stand your ground laws for us. But that's all right. That's why our Father's got this. This is why every time y'all say something, the Most High is like, the Holy Spirit just, oh, that's clarification. Okay, oh. Because you guys are just telling on yourselves. You guys are telling on yourselves now. Just say, I fear for my life. Just articulate that. Yeah, bruh. Okay. All right. Let me show y'all a little something real fast. Just so y'all can see, like, you have to be in a certain headspace and position to be able to take advantage of Pluto. Hold on. Okay, here we go. So talking about Pluto right here. Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio and is symbolized by the extremes of that sign, namely destruction and rebirth, which is exactly what you're seeing. The destruction, you're seeing a whole lot of destruction of Psalms 83 and their world. Pluto is associated with the image of the phoenix, which arises from its own ashes. Many astrologers see the alpha omega polarity and quality of this rebirth by fire to mean that Pluto is actually the ruler of Aries. So right here, this means that Mars energy, which is masculine in nature, is transformed into a higher level of manifestation, namely metaphysical. Just as Mars seems to express vigor of fresh learning and experience, Pluto takes the background and creates another inner level of learning and experience with it. Mars represents action, and it's often used to describe the exploratory energy of a young child. Now down here, Pluto requires responsibility and will in order to work. People who live one day in order to get to the next and have little or no direction beyond simply surviving do not get to the point where Pluto is very active. So you're seeing people right now, that is how the vast majority of this society is. Everyone's talking about how you can't get this, you can't find a job, everything's so expensive, there's no future, I can't pay back this, I can't pay back that. Now all of a sudden, now you got all the people that are going into the city of LA, and they're all upset because of ICE, and now they're like, they're very afraid of what's going on. This is all because they're having a very difficult time. This is on purpose, because the Most High does not want them taking advantage of Pluto. So right now, that's what most people are like in this. In Psalms 83, says people who live one day in order to get to the next and have little or no direction beyond simply surviving do not get to the point where Pluto is very active. So Pluto is not going to be very active for the vast majority of the world, because now the Most High has taken away their opportunity to sit back and relax and get into these types of things. Once a person discovers their drive and ambition, which we have, we want to be on top again. We want to be, the head again, right? Once a person discovers their drive and ambition, Mars and Saturn principles, however, they are then ready to develop this responsibility for that drive. And through the use of will, they are then ready to create, their own life circumstances. Once one is committed to a certain level of direction and evolution, Pluto invariably comes into play. These levels and channels of Pluto will be discussed in more detail. So Pluto is will, power, and personal transformation. These are perhaps the most significant keywords of this planet. These three keywords also create magic. Just as Scorpio is the sign of the occult, so is Pluto the planet of magic. So you just start looking at some of these words, okay? Ruthlessness. I was talking about Trump. Contemplation. These people aren't contemplating anything. They're just running their mouths, saying shit. Intense focus. That's what we're doing, but they ain't focusing on nothing. Confinement. You see people being confined. Unseen forces. You see how the Most High is working with the angels right now. Swelled head, egotism. You guys, I still think that everything revolves around you guys in Psalms 83. Right? Devastation. Your whole world is being devastated right now. Power of the subconscious made conscious. We have power of the subconscious wanting to be the head once again, wanting them to be the tail. And now you're seeing the subconscious becoming conscious. Okay? Rejuvenation, dry bones. That's us. Corpses, the other nations. Psalms 83. Right? Look at this. Personal keywords. Abduction. They're just abducting my children. They're just abducting my wife. Abduction. Hidden motives. Oh, yeah, man. Hey, just vote for me, and I'm only going to go after the criminals. Yeah, well, I'm going to make you guys criminals and go after you too. There you go. Same thing. Ruthlessness. That's what they've been talking about. ICE. They're ruthless. Trump. Yeah, okay. Disappearance. Sudden ends of relationships. These are all words associated with Pluto. Disappearance. They're disappearing people left and right. Right? Cunning. That's what they're doing. They're complaining to Trump and everybody else, but they are what? Unresponsive. You guys are going out there every day and complaining and saying, stop this. But ICE is being what? Persistent. You are being resistant, but they are being persistent. There are mobs, as you can see on the news, disasters. All these things all deal with Pluto. So it's not random. So right here, as you can see, Pluto being the last discovered has inherited all the keywords no other planet wants. That's why they say, oh, it's not a planet no more. Okay. The keywords listed above are not all okay, the Plutonian keywords available, but can give you an idea as to the ways Pluto is defined. For further reference, I highly recommend Rex Bill's The Rulership book, which is this one right here. Okay? Okay? Which is a necessary volume in anyone's astrological reference library. He has 12 pages of Plutonian keywords that can keep any student of this amazing planet busy. Hold on, so there's more I wanted to show you. Okay. So right here, over here, there is a key to using Pluto. It can be summarized in one word: choice. If you are consciously choosing what you want, your will bring it to Pluto's attention and ultimately into being. However, if you want positive results from Pluto, you must, of course, choose positively. And how do you do that? When you decide something, look at the reason you want, reason why you want what you do. Is it because it would add to you as a person? Because it would be fun? Or must you choose one path over another because of fear of retribution? See, you guys, the other nations, Psalms 83, they have a fear of retribution. They have a fear of retribution, punishment, or potential humiliation. That is what they are worried about. That's why, Pluto's not working for them, because that's what they're trying to hide, but that's not going to work. This is what you guys have been living this whole time, right? You've been living what? In fear of retribution from the Israelites, punishment from the Most High, or potential humiliation. You being found out that you're doing nothing but lying about absolutely everything. The former is a growth choice. The latter, a fear choice. We had a growth choice. That is what we did. We were choosing to be the head because we want to grow, study, show ourselves approved, be the Most High, be on top again. You other nations, the latter is a what? A fear choice. When you make a growth choice, Pluto will create a problem-free solution just for you, uniquely for you. When you make a fear choice, Pluto will activate a solution filled with the same negative energy, and problems will continue. But hey, don't look at Pluto. Don't talk to Pluto. Don't manifest with Pluto. Okay, that's cool. Y'all go ahead with that fear choice. We made a growth choice 6 months ago. And you see how we're growing? And you see how your fear is doing what? Growing every day. That's so beautiful. Let's read it again. Okay, or must you choose a path over another because of fear of retribution, punishment, or potential humiliation? The former is a growth choice. The latter, a fear choice. When you make a growth choice, Pluto will create a problem-free solution just for you. Uniquely for you, okay? When you make a fear choice, Pluto will activate a solution filled with the same negative energy, and problems will continue. But don't look at Pluto, though. Don't manifest with Pluto. Ain't the Most High beautiful? Ain't the Holy Spirit beautiful? Now you know why this book is like $700, $800. Why would a book be so expensive? About Pluto, that's not even a planet. It's not even a planet. Look at the dudes over here wearing underwear on the cover. Hey, man, you should be getting that. You should be getting that book. Oh, come on, man. It's got that 5-star. Oh, that's got the pentagram. Oh, that's devil worship right there. Don't look at that. That's devil worship. He's got boots and underwear on. Don't look at that. That was so you could stay with the fear group. You could stay with the fear group, and that's what you're gonna get. Fear. What do you see on Psalms 83 right now? Fear. Everybody's, I'm scared to go here. I'm scared to go there. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of that. I don't want to hear what you say. I don't want to hear this. Don't look at the Bible. The Bible's not our book. The Bible's not your book. It's my book. John 3:16. Fear, fear, fear. Now you see why. You manifested fear because you're afraid of having to deal with us. You manifested fear because you know what you've been doing to us. You manifested curses on your group because of, you're scared of having to deal with what you've done to us. I'll show you the title right here. Pluto, Planet of Magic and Power by Ginger Chalford. So I'm like, hey, prove me wrong. But people keep talking about, oh, you're worshiping planets. I'm like, bro, I'm using planets because that's what the Most High set them up here for. We, the chosen seed, the chosen within the group, have a more powerful tongue for the celestial, more powerful bloodline for the celestial. We can do things with the celestial because that's ours. It's not theirs. All they can do is try to scare you into not using it. Which, if it's not for you, I say, hey, don't look at it. If it scares you, don't look at it. If you're scared, go to church. Prove me wrong. They've been using it. They used it January 10th, 1776. And by July 4th, they had a new nation. See, all they try to do is get me to be afraid of using it. Get you to be afraid of using it. But as you can see, afraid of what? This is mine. This is what the Most High said. He said the Holy Spirit to us to bring all things back into remembrance. I don't need to fear. Fear what? On my land? Fear you on my land. What's there to fear for us? You should be in fear because this is not your land. We are not your people anymore to be praying for you. We are praying for justice. We're praying for equality. And I talked about that in the last video I did. Equality is not, hey, let's forget the past, let's hold hands, and let's go forward. That is not equality. Equality is, you are the people. We did you wrong for this amount of time. We've done harm to your people for this amount of time. We have to go into harm like we've done to you. We stole your land, we got to give it back. We took your resources, we got to give it back. We tore up your families, we got to give it back. After you suffer through that, through 500 to 1,000 years, then we can be equals. Then we can talk about equality. We're never going to be equals because Deuteronomy 7:6. But the point is, then you can talk about what we've gone through. Y'all want to go the other route. Y'all want to forget about the past, and then all of a sudden, we're cool. we're going to go forward together. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen, bro. Dude, run out by the Blassels. They're cool with that. I'm not that. I'm not the Blassel. I do want to play this one funny clip, because this is what's going to be. This is what the Gentiles are going to be like, the ones that finally see and cleave. This is redheaded girl. It's so funny.
If you are not a natural redhead, a ginger, keep scrolling. This is not for you. You have 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now that they're gone, I need you to listen to me very closely. Got this? Don't fuck this up. Fuck this up for us. We've one chance. It's the best thing that's ever happened to us. Fucking be cool. Fucking lay low. Got it? Don't do anything stupid. All right, I'll see you out there. If you are not a natural redhead, a ginger.
Oh, girl's like, do not mess this up for us. Don't say anything. Lay low. Be cool. Don't mess this up for us. That is what you other nations should be doing. Shut the fuck up. Stop fucking talking. Because every day you guys open your mouth up, you're like, bro, you're just digging your hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Because We're not listening to anything. Only thing we're listening when you say something is to destroy whatever the hell you're saying. That's it. We're not here to hear your ideas. We're not here to hold hands and go hand in. We're not here to share power with you. We are here for the Most High's equality. The Most High's equality is not forgetting what you've done to us and moving forward. That is not it. That's the equality you want to do with the Blassels, but that's not the equality the Most High is talking about. And as you can see, we've already manifested with Pluto. So did you. You just didn't know it. You manifested it for fear. We manifested it for growth. And now you can see we have grown immensely. There are no kumbaya moments. We are the heads. You are not the head anymore. Y'all nothing but a bunch of clowns. Okay? So when the Most High says he's going to cleanse the lands, right? Numbers 35:33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So we're not going forward holding hands and forgetting the past. Your forefathers just didn't tell you how this is going to pan out, how this is going to work out. But we're here for that. That's what the Holy Spirit gave us, this knowledge, and we are here for that. All praise is the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledge it, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.